Hello everybody and welcome back in our playlist Reacjs. Today we'll try to understand what does it mean rendering list. We'll try to illustrate some simple examples. We'll try to see how to make things dynamic. Okay, let's start. In our app.jsx we have the rendering list as a heading 1. We have to use the first example. If you want to display some fruits, the first one will be apple and banana. The third one will be like orange. Okay, let's save and see together how it works. Okay, they displayed successfully. It's like a list and a static list. Okay, for now, let's add some commands to understand which is the bad way and which is the good way and how to use best practice. Okay, to be honest, this is the bad way of creating the list. Okay, because it look not scalable and not best practice. So the command will be this is the bad way and the bad approach. Okay, also we can add that this render or this is repetitive, also not scalable. Okay, it's impossible if you want for a big project or for real applications, like so. Okay, we have this problem for now. Let's try to make things dynamic and scalable. We are commenting those paragraphs. Okay, for now, if you wanted to try to implement a solution, let's try the good way, like so. Okay. First of all, we try to initialize or to define a table of strings, like so. Const equal, we have to use the curly brackets, the brackets, and we have apple, banana, and orange within our table. Okay, we have to, my bad, okay. Fruit will be, like the name of the table, and then we'll use the map. Okay, fruit.map. We have the element will be like fruit. We have the index here. This is as a key. Okay, we'll try to display the fruits after mapping the table. Okay, let's add some commands if you want. Okay, always I'm trying to add some commands to understand how it works, to remind any learner, because as you know, so yes, it worked successfully. We are using a dynamic table that include or contain apple, banana, and orange. Okay, this is the good way. Okay, for now we can add some comments here. Okay, so we use the map method in this case. We are looping through the fruit table. Okay, and we'll return as a result the UI from each items. Okay, root.map, and then so as you see in the result, it is like a dynamic and a useful way that most of developers are using, so it's scalable also. Okay, it works properly in our UI. Okay, for now, if you want, we can remove all. We have to make another test, another example. For example, if you have to map a table like a real table. Okay, let's render directly some object. Okay, it will be seemed like a real data. Okay, let's initialize together a table of users, const users equal, and we have to make a table of objects. Okay, any object should have an ID. Okay, let's initialize those 4 objects. The first one will be like ID equal or 2.1. We have to initialize name if you want. Name equal to Rami if you want something like that. Okay, and if you want, can add age, like some attributes to be displayed later. And then ID 2. If you want name, for example, will be like Amin with age, and just an example, the age will be equal to 22. Okay, sorry, the age will be like a number, so we don't need to make it as a string. Okay, copy paste, we can directly update the name and the ID also. ID equal to 3. The name will be like Sarah with age equal to 18, and the final one will be like Alex with age equal to 25. Okay, let's save and see together. Okay, for now we'll use the map methods. Okay, we'll map the users table. Okay, it is a dynamic data, so we need to make it within curly brackets. Users.map. Okay, and then we pass the unique item, which is user, and then we have to map to display and return any user of them. Okay, we have pdiv. We have to display the first item or the first attribute, which is the name. So user.name, like so. It's very simple. It's scalable and dynamic. We have a paragraph, and then we can directly display the user.age. Okay, it's so simple. Okay, let's try. Okay, we can't see anything, so I guess we have a bug here, or we have an error to resolve. Okay, let me check. Okay, this is the brackets that we need to add. It's mandatory in our map method. Save and see together. Okay, congratulations, it worked properly. We have displayed the name and the age properly in our UI. Okay, that sounds good. For now, I mean, we have to check. Okay, let's make an inspector to see if we have some bugs. Okay, we have here an error. Each child in a list should have a unique key. Okay, so in this case, if we are looping or if we are mapping a list of objects, we need to add the key because any item should have a unique key. Okay, in our div we have to add key. It will be equal to user.id, like so. Save and see together. This is the ID of each item. Okay, we have to add it directly in our div. Okay, if you want, we can add a comment. Okay, the ID is very important, like so. We can add that each item or each element, each item, sorry, should have a unique key, like so. It's very simple to understand. We are trying to illustrate anything, to streamline anything. Okay, let's refresh the page for now. Okay, for now we haven't any error. Congratulations, we have added the key successfully and our list worked dynamically and successfully, properly using best practice. Hope that you love this video. Don't forget to share and subscribe, and I will see you next video.